nationals was actually an extremely good meet for us all in all. The goal on the men's side was top 10, and the women was at least top 25. So to sneak into the top 20 with the women was pretty satisfying, and be up there in that top 10 on the men's side. That's what we were after. A few people finished a little higher than what we expected. A few of them were a little lower, so that's pretty typical national meet. So that was a good experienced group by and large.
Last season's finish was fun. I mean, we got to the national meet with high expectations, and the athletes there pretty much lived up to the expectations. And top 10 finish, anytime you get a top 10 finish, you go out feeling like you had a great meet. And always can do a little bit more, but it was good. I guess the toughest part is that the majority of those guys, the guys particularly that led us to that top finish, are gone. They were all seniors, and so it's going to be a tough challenge to match for this year's group.
We graduated all those real top end men last year. We graduated 3 national champions. I'd say right offhand, the 2 freshmen that were our top 2 guys in cross this fall, and Jack Howard and Lane. Inwards, Lane's probably going to be more of a factor indoor just because he's more of a middle distance runner. Returners wise, Nick Mask is probably our top returner when it comes to indoor, in particular because Cody Schreiber, is more of a 10K guy outdoor, so the indoor is not really in his wheelhouse, so to speak. So on the ladies' side, Rachel Rowley seems to be posed plays real well for a strong indoor season. We redshirted her in the fall. She had an excellent fall of training. Looks very strong right now. The freshman group, it'll be interesting to see how they handle that track. We do have 3 of them in Caitlin Rowe, Stormy Bullard, and Amanda Welch that are a little more middle distance oriented, so we'll see how they adapt to the small track and to college racing. Well, Tanner Yarborough is a returning national qualifier in the weight and is looking really, really good right now. He went over before Christmas. Boise State had a meet. He went over unattached and threw a meter further than he threw last year when he qualified for nationals. So he's improved a significant amount in that weight. Jason Hendricks shows signs of him having improved considerably. Newcomer is Jeremiah Bear Woods, transferred from Northwest Nazarene. His focus will be more on the outdoor throws, but we'll see how he does indoor. He's an interesting character. And on the ladies' side, Marta Stengel is our primary female thrower. The rest of them are young, and the indoor implements that the weight tends to throw them around as much as they tend to throw it around.
Well, sprinters are our top kid. Actually, all of our top guys are new kids this year. We picked up a young man by the name of Jabari Cumberbatch from Barbados. He comes in with a 10:76 personal best. Never run 60 meters indoors, so it's going to be kind of fun this week to get a chance to see him get the opportunity to run at 60 meters. Got a great start, and the way he's going in practice should run pretty fast. Our other 2 freshman kids, Devin Allen Lewis, that's it. We have a hard time getting that name right. Him and Cody Blodgett were 2 really good pickups for us. They were both, Cody was a state champion in the 1 and 2 last year in Oregon, and Devin scored in all 3 and was runner-up in the 4. On the women's side, we have Megan Sullivan, who was a national qualifier last year indoors in the 2 and the 4, and ran on the 4x4, and Kendall Current, who ran on the 4x4 that went to nationals last year also. They're 2 of the top sprinters in the conference. And we picked up 3 pretty quality freshman sprinters in the group. Andrea Lamus and Amy Zinnerkopf from Umatilla. Zitterkob, unfortunately, was runner-up the last couple years in state, and unfortunately it was to her teammate Andrea and that. So we've got the two best sprinters in Eastern Oregon on the team, and then Morgan Reddington, local girl out of Cove, going to really help solidify that group of lady sprinters. On the ladies' side, we return three-time All-American Harley McBride in the high jump, and she's been jumping very well this fall, looking for bigger and better things. She's finished as high as third indoors, and we think she can battle for a national title. Laura Dawes will help add some strength in the high jump. In the triple jump, long jump, we're looking at Jen Peters, who redshirted last year for medical reasons, is back and looking pretty good in practice. On the guys' side, Hakeem Bell is back. He was a runner-up indoors last year. And Eric England from the Boise area. Eric's triple jump 51 feet and long jump 24 feet. In the pole vault, we have defending indoor champion Tally Fagan back, and had some injury, surgery, medical issues this fall. Really come back strong, and is going to be a high favorite to repeat and maybe be a three-time indoor national champion. On the guys' side, we picked up a young man from here in Oregon, Caden Walker. Gives us a pretty good solid pole vaulter on the guys' side. Ryan Rosenell, returner, is arguably the best hurdler in the conference right now. He should qualify indoors in the 60 hurdles, but will be even stronger once we get to the outdoor season. We picked up a good quality transfer in Matt Karkendall and out of Riverside, and he's pushing Ryan for all he's worth. And then Caden Walker, our vaulter, is not far behind the two of them. On the ladies' side, Emma Cost is our top returner. She'll help us in both hurdles when we get outdoors, and is pretty solid in the 60 hurdles indoors. And then Katie Emerson from Washington is a pretty good pickup for us. She was a state champion in the low class in Washington in the 100 hurdles and the 300 hurdles.
You know, with our indoor meets being exclusively at Division I facilities, because there are no indoor tracks west of the Rocky Mountains that aren't on a Division I campus. Just one more reason why we need our own. We'd have a kind of a corner on the market, so to speak, for non-Division I's. But with them being at Division I's, it guarantees a fairly high level of competition.
It's going to be a challenge. We've got a pretty nice mix of returners and newbies, and some of the young kids. It's going to be interesting to see how they handle the level of competition that they're going to get. They're going to run against some kids that they've never seen. The caliber that they get. Some of our returners, they're really aching to get into it because they know that they're ready to go against that competition.
When you get to nationals, it's the number and the kind of the intensity of it changes a little bit, but you've seen enough quality competing during the season that it helps people prepare for that.
Goals are set pretty high. The sprinters, hurdlers, and jumpers are all, they're going into the indoor season with nationals in mind. It's kind of a unique group in that their sights are set on performing well at the national meet. The lead-ups at Boise are just kind of getting them ready for that competition at the national meet.
Well, as always, we want to be, we'd like to be top 10 on both sides. I don't know how realistic that is this year, but at least top 25 at the national meet.